student, here is the connecting rod. Let us start with the connecting rod. Okay, so we have seen the assembly drawing or the part modeling of machine wheels and plumber block, and also the screw jack. So in case of the screw jack, the part it was circular. Same, sir. Okay, the part is circular. We will be getting all the dimensions in terms of the diameters. But when you come to the case of the machine wise and plumber block, okay, they are the flat objects. They are the flat objects, so that we used to get the or we used to use the pad command. But now, so in case of the screw jack, we will be getting the different sections in the same part. Okay, in this body part of this connecting rod, we will be using the pad command, we will be using the multi-section solid, we will be using the shaft command. If I show you the part here, so this is the body part here. Okay, so this body part, when you see here, it is okay, this is the flat object here. Okay, that flat surface. When you create this front portion, when you create the front view here, the section in the front view, and then when you go with the pad, you'll be getting this. But here it is comes to this middle part here, it's the eye section. There is a hollow portion inside this, and then the profile changes. Okay, that we cannot do it with the pad command or the shaft command here. This we need to use, okay, the new command called the multi-section solid. You can find here in the last row, in the last column, the last but one element, it is the multi-section solid. And then here it is comes the hub. Okay, hub here it is, so it is a cylindrical portion. Okay, it's a cylindrical portion, so for this you need to use the shaft command. Okay, I'll repeat it. So in order to create this connecting rod, you need to create this front portion, you need to use the pad command, and then in order to create the middle portion, you need to use the multi-section solid, and then in order to create this hub portion here, you need to use the shaft command. Okay, so since we are using the different commands in order to create the part, so accordingly, so we need to create the different planes here. So we need to create the different one plane here, and then one more plane here, and then one more plane here in the center. Now, so let us see how to create this part. Okay, to begin with, I'll go with the just from the front portion, I'll be creating the planes, and then afterwards, now in this presentation, I'll be dealing with, or I'll be explaining you how to go with the eye section here. So go with the part modeling here. So now, so before going with that, we need to see the dimensions here. So from the front portion, at a distance of 52, you will be getting the eye section here. It is. See, actually from this portion to this portion, it is the eye section here. It is. Why? Because it is given the section plane here, A and A. Okay, it is given the section plane A and A. When you cut this object here, this location, you will be getting the eye section. That's what it is mentioned here. Okay, it is mentioned as section A and A. Okay, when you cut it here, it's not only here, it is you need to cut it. If you cut it anywhere between this line and then this line, so that you'll be getting this eye section here. Okay, so in this eye section, you will be getting all the dimensions. Except the height of the eye section here. You will be getting all the dimensions. In order to know about the height of the eye section, when you move it towards left, you will be getting, here it is, in this eye section, the height of the eye section, it is 24 here, and when you move towards the right side, the height of the eye section here, it is 20 mm here. Okay, it varies from the height 24 to 20 mm here. Okay, so for that, we need to create the separate eye section here for a height of 24 mm here. For a height of 24, we need to create the eye section. Similarly, at this portion, at this junction, we need to create the eye section for a height of 20 mm here. That's what we need to do it here. Let us zoom the eye section here, so in order to know the details. So go here, Now it is I need to create the different planes so that you can find here students. So it is the plane here. Using this you can create any number of offset planes, inclined planes or normal planes. Okay, so now in this case I need to create the parallel planes. So go with the plane. So take this reference plane. Since I am going with the the front view here, so for that from the side views I need to create the planes. Okay, take this side view plane, and then so at a distance of 52, so I need to create the plane. Okay, so you can see here from this front surface at a distance of 52 I have created a plane here. Then afterwards I need to create one more plane here. Okay, or if it is easy from this front surface, so to this level you need to create one more plane at a distance of 150. Go here. Okay, take the plane. Okay, take this as the reference plane. So you need to give 150 as the dimension. Okay, click preview and then click OK, so that you will be getting the plane. Now we got at a distance of from this front surface at a distance of 150 we got the plane here. Then after getting the plane here, it is you can see here this is the front view of the object, and then this will be the top view of the object. Okay, you can see that there are 3 circles which are present here. Okay, if there are 3 circles, we need to find the dimension for all the 3 circles. Now in the front view, when you see here, it is given the dimension for the inner circle, it is 18 mm, and then so for the middle one you need to see here, when you see from the top, this is the inner circle, and then this is the middle circle here for a diameter of 24, and then there is one more diameter, it is 26 as the outermost diameter. Okay, now so it is in this case we have taken the maximum diameter or the radius for the circle, it is 26 mm here. Now in order to get the eye section here, so I need to see the dimension here from the center. It is the outermost dimension, it is for the radius is 13, but when I take 13 here it will not be touching. So for that, in order to be in the safer side, instead of taking the radius as 13, so here it is, in order to create the plane I will be taking 14 mm here. I will tell you later. Even though if I take the 14 mm, so this eye section will not be touching this object, so later we will be using the pad command in order to touch this object. Okay, now I will be creating from this plane, I will be creating one more plane at a distance of 14 mm. Okay, so take the plane. So from this plane you need to create one more plane at a distance of 14. Now it is taking towards right side, but I don't want, I want it towards left. You need to change the direction here, reverse the direction, so that you will be getting here from this existing plane you have created one more plane at a distance of 14, and then click preview and then click OK, so that you got one more plane here. So that with respect to the reference plane we have created the 3 different planes. Now in between these 2 planes I need to create the eye section, and I need to fill the middle between them. Okay, to start with, go with the sketch, select the sketch here, plane, select that plane, and now you need to create the eye section here. Since this eye section it is symmetric with respect to vertical axis and also the horizontal axis, so in that case I can create only 1/4 of the eye section. So then afterwards I can go with a mirror, and then so selecting this portion I can go with a mirror, so that I will be getting the complete part rather than wasting the time creating the whole eye section. Now so go with the profile here, so you need to select it here, select the vertical axis when you are starting here, and then just you need to draw the rough sketch of the 1/4 of the eye section here. Select the 1/4 of the eye section here, then so go with the dimension here. Show the dimension here. Show all the dimensions. So in this case it is also we need to show the dimension for this slant lines, but the dimension for the slant line, it is not given the slant measurement, but it is given the vertical measurement itself. That I will tell you how to take it. So for the 2 slant lines you need to show the vertical measurement. Go with the dimensioning. So click the end point of this line here, so just you need to select the one point here, and then click the one more point here, you need to select in such a way that you should not select the line, but you need to select a particular point. Now we got the slant measurement here, but I want the vertical measurement. So for that you need to right click the mouse button, and then you need to select whether you want the horizontal measurement or the vertical measurement. In this case I want vertical measurement direction here. Okay, select it and then you need to place it here. Similarly you need to select it here. It is somewhat tricky in the beginning, so that it will not be getting easily. So you need to select the corner point here, and then you need to select the corner point, so that you will be getting the slant measurement. Right click and then vertical measure, so show the vertical measurement here. Now you need to change the dimensions. When you see the sketch here, it is okay for this, okay, the total height, okay, it's not given for this land measurement here, but it is given only for these two, okay, shapes or the lines. So the total thickness, it is 3 mm, it's given for the outer portion. So for the outer portion it is given 1.3 here, and then for the inside it is 3 minus 1.3, it gives 1.7 inside. Okay, so go here. So this is 1.3, and then here it is 1.3, and the middle one it is 1.7. okay, and the thickness of the rib, okay, here it is the thickness of the rib, it is given as 5 mm. So since we are taking half, it is 2.5 mm. okay, and then here it is the thickness, it is given as 12 mm here. One side it is 6 mm here, one side it is 6. And now we are taking the height, eye section towards left side here. So in this case the height of the eye section, it is given as 24, so we need to take half, it is 12 mm here. Okay, so take the 12 as height as 12 mm here. So we got the eye section here. Now we have created 1/4 of the eye section here. So in order to get the full one, you need to go with the mirroring. Okay, select this eye section, go with the mirror, select with respect to this line you will be getting here. Similarly select all the lines. Okay, for selection you need to press the control button, press and then hold it, and then select all the lines which you wanted. Okay, select all the lines and then click on the lines, you will be selected. Go with the mirror and then select with respect to the horizontal axis, so that you will be getting the eye section. Now we got the eye section for the height of 12 here, and then 12 here, 24 mm. Okay, go with the exit workbench. Okay, so we have created one eye section for the height of 24. Similar way you need to create one more eye section here for a height of 20 mm here. Okay, same way go with the sketch. Okay, exit workbench. I need to select the other plane. You need to click it outside. Go with the sketch. Okay, go with the click on the plane surface. Now you need to create, go with the profile. So you need to select, okay, when you are selecting you need to get it on this line. So okay, you need to create the profile here. Now show the dimensions. Okay. How you have shown, same way you need to show the so here it is for the slant measurement. So select one point, select one point, okay, select the vertical measurement and then show it here. Same way you need to show it here, select the point, okay, vertical measurement, show it here. And here it is the thickness of this eye section. Now it is 1.3, 1.7, 1.3, and then here it is 2.5, and then here it is 6, and here comes the height, it is 20 mm totally. So one side it is 10 mm here. Okay, so now we got the 1/4 of the eye section. Select the sides, go with the mirror, select with respect to this axis will be getting. Similarly select all the sides. go with the mirror, select with respect to this axis and then do exit or pinch, exit or pinch. Now we have created the two eye sections, you need to add the material between them. Go with the multi-section solid here. Go with the multi-section solid for this. Okay, so go with this, you will be getting one window. So in this window you need to select the first eye section here. Okay, so click on the eye section. If you want, you can zoom this area. Okay, zoom the eye section, and then so click on this, so that you need to get the closing point in this corner. Suppose if you are getting the closing corner here, so in the other eye section you need to get the closing point here itself when you are selecting. Okay, select the closing point and then select this eye, okay, eye section, so that okay, by default we got the closing section. Suppose if you are not getting the closing point here, if you are getting some mid, and then just okay, on one side if you just click it, so that automatically it will be shifting, and then finally it will come to this point. Okay, most of the students will be doing that. Okay, or they'll be finding the difficulty here, so that they'll be getting the other okay corner as the closing point. Just you need to click on the side here, so that it will be shifted here. Okay, and then so click preview, and then click OK. You got the eye section here. This is how you need to create the eye section. Thank you.